But we begin tonight asking questions about a deadly shooting. 2 News Investigates first told you that a security guard who was not supposed to have a gun on the job shot and killed a man. So why is he not being charged? That was the decision by a grand jury early this week after the death of 48-year-old Goran Sojic at the new Love's truck stop back in December right off 75. Natalie Tendall with 2 News Investigates back on the story tonight, getting reaction from the attorneys in the case. Natalie?
Well, one man is dead, no one is being charged, but attorneys on both sides have a lot to say. The 25-year-old security guard who shot Goran Sojic to death with a gun he was not approved to have will not be charged.
This was a tragedy for all involved, but not something that's actionable in law.
Joshua Karp's attorney, John Paul Ryan, sums it up in 2 words: self-defense.
I think the bottom line is people shouldn't attack people because people have a right to use self-defense in response.
Ryan says surveillance video and witness statements helped paint the picture of what happened that December night. He said Sojic charged armed security guard Karp behind an enclosed cash register area. He said Karp told him to stop, but when Sojic refused to listen, he was shot. But 2 News Investigates first told you Karp was not supposed to have that gun in the first place. His application to be an armed security guard had not been fully processed by the state. But Ryan says in this case, that didn't matter.
And because the rights of a security guard are no different than the rights of a normal citizen, I think it was a distinction without a difference as it relates to the self-defense claim.
But Karp could still end up in a courtroom. The family of Sojic have filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit against Love's, Karp, and the company he worked for, Aeron Security. The attorney for the family issued a statement about the grand jury's decision that reads in part, quote, "The no-bill decision is very troubling and disappointing to the family of Mr. Sojic. Where the criminal process failed, the civil action will hold accountable all the parties whose conduct ended this law-abiding citizen's life." Now, Ryan thinks the state may need to look at the way it handles applications for armed security guards because there's no difference between those guards and regular citizens. Natalie Tendall, 2 News Investigates.